Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Euroman Movie Report, the show where I talk about a movie I have recently watched at my local movie theatre. This week, 10 Cloverfield Lane. 10 Cloverfield Lane, yeah, before I start to talk about that film, I'm gonna talk about Cloverfield. And Cloverfield was this movie released back in 2008 by J.J. Abrams' production company. And it wasn't directed by J.J. Abrams, but directed by some other guy, I don't remember his name. But anyway, Cloverfield was about that we had these friends in the 30s who were at a party and so on and blah, yada yada yada, and then a giant mutant frog attacks New York, and then they have to run around and go like, ah! Every now and then. And anyway, this movie was a great success, and then fast forward almost 8 years, a trailer popped up for a movie called 10 Cloverfield Lane, and it was also gonna be released by J.J. Abrams' production company, Bad Robot. But regarding that movie, originally I have read that 10 Cloverfield Lane was supposedly called The Cellar, and it was made by some other production company which went belly up, and then Bad Robot bought the remains of the movie, added some additional scenes to make it fit into the Cloverfield universe, and then they released it under the name 10 Cloverfield Lane. And basically what the movie is about, that we have this girl, Michelle, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and she has decided to leave her boyfriend, who we don't see, we only hear his voice, and his name is Ben, and he's voiced by Bradley Cooper. And anyway, she drives down the road, gets into this gas station, and then this giant ass truck appears. Then John Goodman, his stands, and then she drives some more, and then the phone rings, and then there's this giant light, and her car is hit, and then she wakes up in this cellar, and her left leg is bounded, or was it the right leg? I don't remember correctly. Yeah, and then she's terrified, of course, and then after a couple of seconds, we hear boom, 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 and that's of course John Goodman, who looks fatter than ever, and he's this survivalist called Howard. And Howard, he tells her, oh, there's been some sort of attack, and I saved you from that because your car crashed. But she's very frightened about him because John Goodman's character, he's a bit... And anyway, there's this other guy in the basement shelter as well, Emmett, and he is, we are told, a craftsman who had dreamt of going to college, but when this event, which the movie is centered around, happened, he went straight to John Goodman's cellar, because we're told that he helped build this bomb shelter originally. An hour and 25 minutes of the movie is set in the cellar, and we basically only see John Goodman, and Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and these three people interact. It's only the last 10 minutes of the movie which are set outside, if you discard the first 5 minutes. And yeah, so all in all, is this a good movie? Does it fit into the Cloverfield universe? And here's a spoiler. And you're warned. When Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character exits the bunker finally, after she has escaped John Goodman's advances, there are these aliens, and that makes, and that's one thing about that scene, of course. When she exits the bunker, it's daylight, but suddenly 10 seconds later it's dark, and you can easily see the scenes set in darkness are the additional scenes that they are obviously the additional scenes that they filmed to make this movie fit. And there's one strange thing. There's this organic flying saucer which has this mouth underneath, and that the mouth of that organic flying saucer looks a bit like the mouth of the original Cloverfield monster. And I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the tie-in between the Cloverfield movie of 2008, in fact, that the Cloverfield monster was this organic thingamajig created by this alien race, etc. And then the head of the original Cloverfield monster is then supposed to be spliced in this flying saucer. But anyway, yeah, the ending was a bit rushed, but it really sets up if they could make a sequel for 10 Cloverfield Lane, but maybe they don't want to make a sequel, but they set up for a sequel. But if you don't like movies set in confined spaces, then obviously 10 Cloverfield Lane isn't for you. But if you like a movie like where set in closed spaces, then you should check out Cloverfield Lane, because of course John Goodman, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, John Gallagher Jr., who is mostly known for a role on, if I remember correctly, the series The Newsroom. He also plays his part very well. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, she's okay, but John Goodman, he's great as this psycho survivalist type, and he's really he can really make different faces and so on. He's great. So all in all, if I'm gonna rate this movie, I will give it, 3.5 out of 5 Coca-Cola bottles. That's it, Euroman of Euroman's Movie Report signing off. And don't forget, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch any of my previous reviews / movie talks, you can click a link in the description. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, you can also do that. But thanks for watching, have a pleasant weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.